You want to find altcoins that will really advance you financially in the current bull run. However, you have no idea where to start, which altcoin is actually good, because there is just so much information, so many opinions, so many influences. If that is the case, then you are in the right place. I will show you how I find altcoins and analyze them in detail using my 10x formula. And what my 10x formula is, I will explain all of that now in this video. Yes, and then we will get started right away. First, I will highlight the problem that one actually has at the beginning. Then, I will show you the solution I offer. I will present my 10x formula. Then, what advantages you have by subscribing to my channel. And then, a conclusion again. Yes, let's first address the problem. Well, you want to find an altcoin now. What do? You search on YouTube, you search on Google, you look at it on various websites. But the start is initially difficult. How do I find an altcoin that really, let's say, advances me financially? You have a lot of information that is unfiltered and often, especially in the social media space, just opinions or of course advertisements. And then it is also the case that you might act based on emotions. In other words, you have FOMO, fear of missing out. You don't want to miss an entry and therefore just buy an altcoin? Or you have FAT, that is, there is bad news, and you get swept away and sell your altcoin. In the end, this is all based on emotions and not on numbers, data, facts. So what is my solution now? Well, that you really watch my analyses from start to finish, where I ultimately break down an altcoin from beginning to end and then analyze it in detail with my 20 metrics. And in the end, I use that artificial intelligence to really analyze numbers, data, and facts, and then make a rational decision for myself. For this, I use the 10x formula. As I said, I ultimately have 20 metrics that are in various areas, market capitalization, but also how good the team is, what is ultimately going on with the community, how strong the community is, so all kinds of data, and ultimately each of these metrics has a score from 0 to 10, and in the end, it is then weighted again, so each of the individual metrics has a different weighting. One is more important, the other is not as important. And in the end, I then make a calculation and the 10x formula is based on that. What does that look like in detail? Well, first of all, I filter altcoins that are even in question with artificial intelligence. To do this, I ultimately use social media data, but also technology data and blockchain data, all in all to make an initial selection. And only then do I go into depth and really analyze the altcoin in detail based on my 20 metrics and ultimately calculate a score using my 10x formula, where all, as mentioned, ultimately important areas are included. And in the end, I turn this complex formula into a percentage that you then receive so you can see how high in percentage this altcoin is, let's say, how good it ultimately is. And then thirdly, I ultimately calculate the potential once based on the fully diluted market capitalization, but also ultimately on the entire crypto asset class, how high they could possibly rise, which is realistic. I then make a price prediction and also how high, let's say, the multiplier can ultimately go. And what are your advantages if you subscribe to my channel? Well, you save yourself hours of research because I do all the analyses and research work. You are not emotionally, let's say, dependent because you base your decision on numbers, data, and facts. You simply get real numbers, data, and facts from me, broken down in an informative way, shall I say? And I use, on one hand, artificial intelligence, but also my human experience. And in the end, you can make a decision based on that. Let's move on to the conclusion. I would be happy if you subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss any altcoin analysis in the future. What is important is to watch my analyses from start to finish. First, you support my channel and me and my work. And second, in the end, you can really get a proper picture from that. And you really understand in the end how good the altcoin is, or how bad, shall I say in quotation marks, the altcoin is. And then in the end, when I make the price prediction, you can also use this to get a complete picture in the end. And what is important is that you make your own decision. Yes, thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like. And if you don't want to miss any altcoin analysis in the future, then feel free to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for that and see you in the next video. Bye.